Hi crafters. I'm going to show you a short video on making some of your own embellishments because it's way easy. So the first thing I want to start with are these epoxy 1-inch circles. You know, whenever the designers come out with a line, a lot of times they have things that look like Flair and that kind of thing. And I found these epoxy 1-inch circles, and it is so easy. Sorry, my dog is at the door and thinks someone ferocious. Jack, stop. Oh, he sees another dog. I just sent my husband out of the house so that I wouldn't be interrupted, and now my dog's barking. Great. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So, this is a really great, inexpensive way to kind of make your own Flair, and especially if you put pop dots then up under it. So let me show you how simple it is. I took a 1-inch circle. So if you need to match, you know, some layout or something that you're doing, so easy. I should have had a piece of paper picked out. We'll just use this candle one. So let's say that I'm doing something with this candle paper, and I need a couple of round flares to match. I'm just going to use my 1-inch punch. Peel off one of these, and the back is sticky, so it just sticks right down. And now I have this epoxy. It's bendable, it's raised, almost looks like you put glossy accents on it, but so cute. Look how cute these are. This one I just did with some textured paper. I love these. So you can get these epoxy 1-inch circles at Stampin' Mania for 24 for $2.99. So make your own Flair, make your own. These circles, they look great on cards, scrapbook pages, anything. So that's my first tip. Next is flowers. While we do carry some of the Prima flowers and a couple others, I don't carry a ton of them because I'm of the how can we get the most bang for our buck? And the most bang for our buck is to create our own flowers. Now I have another video that you can watch. It's on our Stampin' Mania channel and YouTube about creating different kinds of embellishments, but this one is on flowers. So I went to Joann's, and then I went to, I was at Walmart one day, and so I just bought flowers. These roses, for example, they were only $2.99. It would cost me a lot more than $2.99 to get these colored and you know, ready for one of my scrapbook pages or cards. These little roses, they were only 97 cents. So what I do is I look for the white ones. Ivory will work as well. How much are these daisies? $2.99, and I've used several of them, of these daisies. And then these carnations. They were $3, and I've used a couple of them, but they're so big. You can use them that size, obviously, but if you're going to put them on a card or something, it's going to be way too fluffy. So I'm going to show you what I do to them. Obviously, I pull it off. And then, of course, there is always the paper flowers, and we do sell these, the flower layers. Love these, and I'll show you how I use them. So you can color your flowers any way you want. Here's one that I used from the paper set. First I colored it, and then I decided, hey, I wanted a little stiffer, a little firmer. I then embossed it. So I put Versamark and stuff all over it. Then I embossed it with an ivory embossing powder, and it's really kind of cool. I really like how it turned out. So you know, you can't even buy that. So that's cool. This one is also one of the paper ones, and I used a spritz. One of my Tattered Angel spritz, I think, is the one that I used for that. I have to look here at my little card list. If you have a bunch of sprays and stuff, here's what I did. I punched out, and I have them on rings by collection. So this is my Lindy's Starburst. Oh, I think Lindy's is what I used on there. And so I just punched out a shape, and then I spritzed one of each of the colors that I have, so I know what it's going to look like. Here's some of my, these are so bright and gorgeous. The Delusions sprays are just awesome. Here's some Mr. Huey's. So I have one big ring, and then each small ring is by manufacturer. And that way I know what they're going to look like. And this one was a was a Lindy's, which I'm just getting into them and love them. Here is a daisy that I took apart and I just sprayed it. And then on this one, and you can see it kind of looks a little more vintagey. It's not quite as covered. I could have taken it for full coverage, but I really wanted that look. And I just used my Distress ink and my blending tool. Now you can take this and just press it on the ink pad. I personally prefer to put it on, and I can then kind of get the coverage the way that I want it to look. That's with my Distress ink. Now this one, to stand up, I am not sure this stuff is, this light could be bad. Let's see. Oh, so the first half of my video probably was not the best. Let's go down here. Never know what I'm going to get. All right. So this, believe it or not, was from a carnation. Like I was saying earlier, the carnations are really fluffy and take up a lot of space. So where are those extra two? So what I did on this particular flower was I had a carnation. I took it apart, just pulled the back off. And then I pulled all the individual pieces off, which will give me a flatter look. Now, if I wanted a carnation look, then obviously I wouldn't take it apart. But I think you can do a lot more with them taken apart. And then when you get to the middle, there's typically another thing that you've got to pull off. So there was like a clear thing. And then you can pull off all of the middle pieces. And there this is a really full one. What I did with this one, and I have two of the large ones left over, was I colored every other layer. So a different color. I used, what was this one? Tea dye. And then the next one I used antique linen. So this is actually two tones. I don't know if you can tell on the camera or not. But let me just show you real quickly here. I'll do one in tea dye. Again, you could just push your flower into the ink pad, but I prefer just to do it this way. And I typically will go over and do the back too, because you never know. While it does, you know, the color kind of comes through. That way, if something flips up or whatnot, you've got it. I love the control, putting it on this way. I can put it on light if I wanted it light. You know, I could just do light. And if I want it darker, I'm just going to go over it more times. So I love the versatility of this. So here's an easy way to take some really inexpensive flowers that you can get at Walmart, the dollar store, wherever, and create your own beautiful embellishments. And then I used a decorative brad from a set. And of course we have these Color My Crazy. And you can color these with inks, sprays, chalks, you name it, you can color these paper flowers. So there you have it, just a quick, easy way. You can make your own Flair using these little epoxies and a 1-inch circle. and you can make your own flowers. So hopefully that spawns some creative juices in you and you can make flowers, and I'd love to see pictures of them. So post them on our Flickr account or on our Facebook so I can see your creations too. Thanks for stopping. Bye.